guys, and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today, I'm going to be answering some of your questions from one of my latest videos. And that is, can we make Barbie look pregnant? And I think the answer is absolutely yes. I've got a trick for that. So let's check that out, and then we better open another My Mini Baby Series 2 to see which baby she's having. Because my mom may have found us a twin ball. So let's get crafting and check out those babies. Oh, and some of you had asked if our baby carrier could be worn by Ken. And I have him wearing the curvy baby carrier. So if you make the bigger one, it should fit Ken. And if you haven't seen that episode, don't forget to check it out after this video. All right. So this is a trick I learned from my aunt. Using a makeup sponge as your belly for your Barbie doll. And it's a little big to just use the full-on sponge. So I like to cut off about 1/3 of it. And then I end up having two bellies in the end because I have one that's small and one that's bigger. So I just take my knife and cut through the makeup sponge. You just kind of take it a little layer at a time. Now all I found this time, because I found this one at the dollar store, was the pink one, but I do like to try to find kind of a more natural color. And then I'm just going to cut, and I might use a scissors for this. I'm going to cut that little tip off the top here. There, like so. All right. Now, how does Barbie wear these little bellies? Well, let me show you. If you already have a soft, flexible dress like this one, then you should be able to just pop the little belly underneath. And this one has a bit of a longer skirt on it. So, gotta work it up there a little bit. Make sure it's not crooked under there. And voila, you've got a little bump. But if you don't have a dress like this, I'm going to show you how to make one real quick. For my fabric today, I am going to be using this 3-month long sleeve baby onesie. And honestly, this was one I used on for my daughter. Like, I kept it afterwards because I was like, the print was just too adorable, and I thought Barbie would look amazing in it. And like I said, I want to keep this super simple. So all I'm going to do is cut straight across that long sleeve. Like so. Next, you're going to take the sleeve and you're going to flip it inside out. Take a Barbie and pick one where the hair is tied up and out of the way and slip her up into the sleeve. And I made sure the hem was at the top. Turn it over and pinch the back side of it. And you can pin it up if you want to. Basically, you're just going to follow the curve of the body of the Barbie to create a simple dress. Then you'll just need a needle and thread. Make sure the thread is matching for the most part. And I'm just going to do a back stitch all the way up. Once you make it to the top, knot it off and cut your thread. And then there's going to be extra fabric. So I just take and trim off so I have about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Then you'll just slip it off, flip it right side out. There we go. Slip it back onto our doll here. And now we need our little belly bump. This time I'm going to pop the big one in here. So set that right on her belly where it should be and pull the dress over. And there we go. We've got our Barbie who is definitely ready to pop. Now I thought it'd be fun to make up some more items for our pregnant Barbie. So I went and made this printable, and you can find it at my blog at poppyseedmini.blogspot.com. And of course, the link will be in the description box below. But we have a few items that might be fun for your dolls when they're pregnant. To get the glossy finish, I did print mine on glossy brochure paper. And let's start out with making the little pregnancy test, because that's about where it begins, right? All of a sudden, you find out you're pregnant. So fold down the top tab and the bottom tab. And I haven't cut the tabs themselves out yet. I like to fold them first. Now, if you like mini brands, we are making a little mini brand box here. It's perfect. All right, once I got the top and bottom folded, I go in and I cut my tabs. And I like to cut straight and then add an angle for my tabs. And I'm cutting the little blue tabs at an angle, not the bigger tabs. Like so. And then you'll do the same thing to the bottom tabs. Once your tabs are cut, go ahead and fold up the sides of the box. Like so. Add glue to the side tab and glue the box together. On the bottom, fold down the 2 side tabs, and then you want to fold the back tab and then glue the front tab down. Like so. And we'll just leave this box open because we're going to make the little test go inside. To make the little tests, I like to use white and blue craft foam. And I just cut out the little test, and then I'm going to glue them down to the white side first. Add some glue to the blue side and glue the blue sides down. And then let that dry. And now that they're dry, you can use a knife or a scissors to cut out the foam. And a scissors might just be easier to get that up close cut. And once they're done, you can add them to the box. And now your Barbie can find out if she's pregnant. Surprise! Now, once your doll finds out she's pregnant, she's of course going to need the iconic What to Expect When You're Expecting book, and a baby names book wouldn't hurt either. Go ahead and cut out the little book templates, and you're just going to glue these down onto foam core board. Once they're dry, you can cut them out. Now you can take the book and fold the spine . And then you'll add glue to the foam core board. And I am making a big mess today. All right, set that in place. And without getting glue on your book cover, stick that around the foam core board. Like so. The next thing you're going to need is a proper baby announcement, right? So I designed a few signs for you to make up so you can take pictures with your dolls. So what you're going to do is cut it out, and then the edges are meant to be folded down. And I did cut tabs here on all 4 sides. So you're going to fold all the edges down on that line. Get the top, bottom, and then the 2 side tabs should have your tabs that fold into the corners. Like so. Next, you can take the little sign template and glue that down to foam core board, just like the little books. Once that's glued down, you can cut it out. Once it's cut out, then you're going to glue it to the inside of your sign. Add glue to the side. Glue down the sides with the tabs first, and then glue the other sides up. Like so. Now I had to include some little ultrasound pictures on the printable because we all know our doll is going to hit that 20-week mark, and you're going to want to find out what kind of baby you're having. At least I do. I don't like surprises. I like to know what I'm having. And you can either leave these in strips or cut them into smaller pieces. Now I also decided we might need some fun items for at the hospital. So I included these little hospital wristbands that are, I included a small and a medium size. And I just trim that little top off. And you can take Mom here. And I like to curl it up a little bit on my fingernail just to get it curving. And you're going to put that on your doll. And very carefully, without getting her sticky, add a little glue and glue that in place. Now I included a few copies, so if you need to rip it off and add another one, you can. So there's one for Mom. And I also made one that was smaller. And again, I'm going to trim that little tab off. And we've got our little baby here. And I also am going to cut the strip down just a titch and curve that around. And if I remember right, at the hospital, they put them on the ankle. I haven't had a hospital birth in a while, so we don't get to do this anymore. And then you're going to glue that, again, without getting glue on your baby. But again, this glue stick is washable, so even if you did get a little glue, it wouldn't really matter, right? And then you've got the little hospital band for your little baby. I also added these little hospital cards that you can fill out because I tested it. And now this is the little bassinet that came with the Barbie babies. So you could stick that on there like so if you have one of these. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure out how to make a little hospital bed for our babies. And then the My Mini babies do fit into the Barbie beds just fine. Isn't that sweet? And the last thing I added was a little birth certificate that you could fill out as well. Now the question is, do you think it's gonna be twins? Does my belly look big enough? So here's the moment I've been waiting for. My mom brought this ball home and it weighed out at 110 grams. And she even put a little X on here because our guess is that it's twins. So let's find out if we got twins or if it's just a really heavy crib. All right, how many bags? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we might have twins. Yeah. All right, let's start with the biggest bag. Oh, it's definitely the twins. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's gotta be a boy and a girl. Look at these little straw hats. Oh my gosh. This was the one I definitely had on my list. All right. It looks like we got a little, not sure. We're probably going to need the directions for this thing. Oh, no way. The other thing this set comes with is the little matching outfits. There's a little dress and a little suit. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. All right, it looks like we're gonna have to open the other bag to find the rest of the parts to make, I believe it's a stroller, right? Oh, yep, there's our directions for the stroller. All right, to start putting the little stroller together, you'll need the little foot track here. And then you've got this piece that pops in the center. Pop in the piece for the wheels. Oh, this goes on the bottom. Like so. And then we need this little tray piece here. And there are other little holes on either side of the legs that those pop into. Like so. And then you pop in the seats. Like so. And then you pop in this piece, the little buckles. And that pops into the legs and into the seats, kind of. There we go. Then you have this piece here, and that pops onto the back side to hold up the seats, I'm assuming. Pop those babies into place. And then you put on the handle, which we'll have to figure out how to extend this for our Barbies. And then all the little wheels pop in to place. And they each got a little heart on them. There we go. All right, now the question is, are the babies gonna look exactly alike like twins, or will one look slightly different than the other? I'm really curious. All right, we got baby number 1. Oh. And baby number 2. And yes, they are very much identical twins. And here they are all dressed up. Oh, is that not the... Oh my gosh. Okay, these twins ones are winners for me. Look at the little... I mean, the rest of them don't come with cute little clothes like this. So fun. And the little hats. Oh. And here they are in their little stroller. Oh. Ready to go for a walk on a Sunday morning. Now, wasn't that a fun surprise? Thank you everyone for joining me for another episode of Poppy Seed Mini. Wasn't that fun? I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you have other ideas you'd love to see. We sure hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun crafting and collecting.